So I challenged myself to draw a poster every week of 2026, and this was week 5. Since there wasn't a lot of complex illustration for this piece, I wanted to take this video to walk through some of my design process and what goes into planning a well-balanced composition. The key thing to remember is flow. How does the eye move across the canvas? Where does the focus get drawn to? And what parts of the piece do you want someone to notice first? For this particular poster, the balance was going to be found in how the size of the typography works with the illustration elements. As you can see, there's essentially 3 main sections. There's this lettering at the top, the panther illustration in the center, and then the text at the bottom, kind of creating this diagonal path across the page. Once all the basic elements are laid out, I dive into drawing. This is a bit more of a nuanced approach, but the goal here is to sort of match the weight of the line art with the weight of the thinner parts of the text. This is to make sure the illustration is more cohesive with the text and kind of help make sure neither are too heavy or too light when compared to each other. So for instance, you have this line here in the ear that matches the weight and thickness to the letter forms above it. And then down here in the jaw, you have thinner line weights that match some of the thinner parts of the lettering underneath it to kind of create a stylistic cohesion between the letter forms and the illustration stuff. Next comes color. I'm a sucker for a simple palette, but using little color presents its own set of challenges, and that's values. You have to make sure the colors don't get lost in each other. With the red and the gold, it's a little easier, but for instance, these 2 shades of red here, there needs to be enough contrast between the 2 so they don't end up getting lost. Then the final is adding all of the little bits of texture. I'm fond of these little splatters and sketchy X's, which I use a lot in my other work. The effect here is to fill out the composition and tighten the balance of the larger elements. So yeah, a lot of these thoughts are a bit instinctual at this point, just because I've been doing it for so long. But a lot of these insights have come through developing my style, trial and error, and just learning the more technical side of graphic design over the years, you know? I'm pretty happy with the results. I should note that this week's piece is mostly dedicated towards my fellow women who have a lot of pent-up rage, but next week's piece will be a little less sharp. No one told me when I went into graphic design that I would have to memorize lines. I didn't want to be an actor for that reason.